For inviting me, the chair, the co-chair, and the panelists to allow me to give you a small presentation about the reality of the healthcare systems in Latin America with the Ecuadorian example. And since I am experiencing this horrible phenomenon of jet lag, I prepared a little presentation because I thought that I could use all the help I could have. So I apologize for that, but I will try to keep the 5 minutes I was given and show you a little bit about the institutional perspective of the health systems in Latin America and especially in Ecuador. So we have a lot of challenges. Universal health coverage and access is still a big challenge in the region. America is the most inequitable continent in the world, and 9 people, especially 9 men, hold more money than the 50% of the poorest population. In conclusion, we could say that it's not a matter of having money, it's the way that money is distributed. So just to show a few of those challenges, I am showing you here the demographic transition we are experiencing in a region, and especially in Ecuador. There you see our demographic distribution for 2010 and how it will look in 2050. So it's an aging population, which of course when you're talking about health represents more expenditure, more diseases, and bigger challenges. But that's not the only challenge. We are also having this epidemiological transition, sorry about that, and we are coping with the double burden of disease. We're still facing these infectious diseases, but also the burden of NCDs. As you can see then is how it has changed between 1990 and 2016, where the first causes of death are no longer infections, but NCDs, diabetes, and other chronic diseases. And of course, many other challenges. We cope with fragmented health system, insufficient funding, geographic difficulties, cultural, linguistic, economical, ethnic, and gender-based barriers, among many others. But we also have interesting accomplishments, and I'm very proud to show a few of those to you. I'm sorry, I'm going backwards. There. So, 33 out of 34 of the countries in the Americas have recognized health as a right in their legislations, which is quite important. All of our countries have committed with universal health coverage and access. And I will stop a little bit and develop in this idea, in this word, adding this word, access, to our concept. As you can see, the classic concept of universal health coverage in America, it took us quite a long and very heated discussion to add the concept of access to this idea. And it's because we decided, and actually we concluded, that coverage is not enough. If we want to actually guarantee health as a right to people, we need to think about access, about real access. Health facilities, drugs, supplies, even financial protection can be there. But if barriers are not taken away, if we don't make sure that our population is actually getting healthcare, if they can't access healthcare services, coverage is staying just in the speech of politicians. And that is quite a very important achievement that we have made in our region. And to achieve this access and coverage, many of our health systems have gone through very important health reforms. And one of the, I will just point 4 of the main issues in these reforms, and it's also because I think in these aspects there are enormous opportunities for development, for partnerships, for research, for investment, for industry, for private sector, and I think we need to be aware and put on the table what are these reforms about and how those can be opportunities for partnerships. And so the first one is, is the strengthening of national authorities. That's something that's all of the reforms have in common. Governance is needed. Without it, it's impossible to have the regulatory and structural changes that were needed in our systems. And in Ecuador, for example, we went from having a very weak institution with no funding, no stewardship, views just as the manager of poor hospitals for poor people, to becoming a strong national authority. Respected with enough human resources and regulatory capacities. The second one, and I think the most important, is having primary care, healthcare, as the backbone of the health systems. Community-based service became a priority, approaching health to individuals, to families, and to communities. We need to bring health to people. Otherwise, they will not reach for healthcare. There are too many barriers in the way. So to achieve this purpose, community health workers have been deployed, achieving important results, and we have very nice examples like Médico del Barrio in Ecuador, Barrio Adentro in Venezuela, Mais Médicos in Brazil, and of course Médicos Generales Integrales in Cuba. The oldest and more accomplished of these initiatives. And I brought a few pictures from Médico del Barrio in Ecuador to show you how far is to bring help to people, to individuals in my country, because we have many geographical different situations. There you have doctors in the buses, doctors in the rivers, doctors in the fields, and that's the way we can